because most people are selfish and they love talking about themselves. It just tends to be human nature. And so if someone makes a food comment and you change the conversation to be something about them, then they're probably going to forget what they even asked you in the first place. And that'll help you kind of avoid having to deal with the food comments and having to explain yourself to people in a way that keeps them talking about something else and completely forgetting about what they mentioned to you in the first place. So for example, if someone says, "Oh, why don't you eat more?" "I'm okay. By the way, how was that play that you and your family went to last week?" You see how your response was really short and the long part of the response was about them, to the point where they probably don't even think about what your response was, and all they think about was, "Oh yes, that play I went to. Let me tell you about it." And if someone directly makes a comment about your size, which can sometimes happen, so a family member says, "Oh, you've gotten big," this is a hard comment to respond to, because in your head you might want to snap back and be like, "Oh, you have too." I've heard people are like waiting for snapbacks to tell family members during the holidays. And you could do that, but nothing good really comes from that. For me, my personal opinion is just change the conversation. But for example, I actually am a bit confrontational, to be honest. Like me now, if you make a comment I don't like, I'm going to tell you about it. And so if you're a little bit more confrontational or you're a little bit more comfortable shutting people down, you can straight up say like, "Hey, can you please not make comments about my body?" Right? But I find when you do feel self-conscious about your body and maybe struggle with self-esteem, that can be hard to say to someone. So if it's something you're comfortable with saying, you can straight up say that to a family member. But if you're in a place where that feels uncomfortable, I would just change the subject. And that kind of keeps you safe, keeps you not in a conflicting or a situation that could arise to conflict and creating some sort of family drama. So whatever strategy works for you, but either way, the goal is to change the conversation so it's not centered around your size or your eating habits.